today on Divorce Court.
I want the judge to tell Gary to get his mess together and stop trying to be a womanizer.
I never cheated on her. I can't stop what she assumed or what she been told. I can't do anything about that, but try to convince her that I haven't.
I know that these issues affect our family as a whole, and that's another reason why I'm here today, so we can fix it and bring our family back together again.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Destiny McCraney and Gary Dykes. The two of you have been together 4 years, married for 2, but your marriage is currently in the ditch. You would like to see if I could help you through these matters, but if not, Ms. McCraney, you want several $1,000s awarded to you from Mr. Dykes. And we'll talk about that when we get to that stage. Ms. McCraney, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your marriage and how we got to this point today?
Well, Your Honor, I'm here to save my marriage. Back in early 2012, I met Gary on a phone chat line. We talked on the phone several months before we met in person, and once we met in person, we started dating. Then 3 years later, we got married, which was March 2014. And the marriage was okay till about 6 months ago, and things started going downhill from there.
What happened 6 months ago that changed the direction of your marriage?
Well, first our sex life decreased down. It went from 3 or 4 times a week to about once a week. Being that he's 36, he's a young guy, so it shouldn't decrease unless he's out there doing something.
Did you believe he was cheating on you as of 6 months ago?
Yes.
And do you have any evidence of that?
Not no hardcore evidence. Outside of his ex messaged me on social media saying that they had talked after he said that he wasn't going to talk to his ex anymore.
Okay, Mr. Dykes, she's made several accusations here. One, that the sex has decreased significantly, and that you're still talking to your ex. What do you say about that?
Well, first, Your Honor, I would just like to say, for as talking to my son's mother, she's the one who had the issue with that, and I feel like
I don't have an issue with that, Your Honor, at all.
Ms. McCraney, I will get to you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I feel like, you know, to have a child with someone, you have to have an
talk to him.
When she found out that we would talk or whatever, she would get angry, and it was like certain times I lied to her because I didn't want to
deal with that.
Right. And it was just, you know, too complicated to just deal with that. I mean...
Were they saying inappropriate things to one another?
Yes, he told her right in front of my face that he loved her. What kind of mess is that?
Did that happen?
Honestly, that was like when we first got together. I'm not gonna lie to you about that, Your Honor. And I'm not, it did happen.
Mrs. McCraney is hot. Was it when you two were first seeing each other that happened? Or was it since you were married?
No, not since we've been married. It's when we was dating each other. But that's still disrespectful, though.
It is disrespectful, but I think I can understand the slip. You're just starting to date somebody. This is a woman that you have a child with. I love you. You know, could happen. You think?
No. That's totally wrong.
Why do you think? Do you believe that the marriage started to disintegrate about 6 months ago?
Yeah, I would say that.
Why do you believe the marriage took a different trajectory?
Things just went to changing because it was like, I think she was just insecure about a lot of things, and
It's not true.
just basically everything I done, she thought I was just lying to her, and it was just...
Because he's known for lying.
What?
He's known for lying.
He's known for lying. Kind of tell me a few of the lies you've caught him in.
Well, the ex, and then him going to a strip club when he's supposed to be hanging out with his friends when we came up to the agreement that we wasn't going to no dang on strip clubs.
Did you go to a strip club after you promised not to?
Your Honor, that's a lie.
That's not a lie.
That's a lie.
That's not.
I just don't.
Did you?
Because for the most part, I have tried to be honest with her about a lot of things, and she just. I feel like she couldn't handle the truth.
Ms. McCraney, let me ask you a question. What? You are very, very angry.
Yes.
And so far, I've seen all he's done. He talked to the ex early on in the relationship and said she loved her. Mm-hmm. and he went to a strip club. You seem to have an inordinate amount of anger for such small things.
No, he comes
What am I
home
missing?
at 5 o'clock in the morning, smelling like cheap woman's perfume.
Do you stay out all night?
No, ma'am. That's not true.
That
I
is
mean,
Never
very
came in
much
at 5
true.
o'clock in the morning.
no, I never did that.
That is a lie, Your Honor.
That's not true.
Why would I sit up and make up this type of
basically,
mess?
she the one never wanted to communicate about a lot of things, a lot of issues we have had. She just never wanted to communicate. It was always frustration, always anger.
That's a lie.
So it was like, how could you talk to somebody always angry?
Ms. McCraney, can I say this? You do have, you're angry now. And you got there quickly. And I know you've been through a whole lot of things that I don't know anything about. I know some of it because I've got what you've said here. But your anger is, you run hot. And can you see how the level of your ire would kind of keep him from wanting to talk about stuff?
Your Honor, when you marry, you're supposed to come as one. If you can't talk to the one that you married with, there's no marriage.
Yeah, but he can't talk to you without you getting angry.
That's not true.
Your Honor, then on top of that, not just to mention she get angry, she want to get physical a lot of times, and it
What
just
has she done
like,
physically?
hit me, like push me in my face, slap me, all type of stuff. I mean, she done these type of things, and it's like, you know,
Ms.
How-
McCraney?
she's
You
gonna
want to take the
deny.
fifth?
She's gonna deny. Of course, she's gonna deny. And she have always, like, when a lot of times she won't communicate, she want to shut down, and then
Oh, so
when
that
she
gives
do,
you an excuse to be out all night and come
When she-
in the
when she
afternoon
do-
the next day,
when she
Gary?
do-
Really?
Hang on. When she does, it's anger.
yeah, it's anger. So it's like, how can you just really want to try to keep peace? And that's something I tries my best to do with her, and we just don't.
Okay, I got you. You have the most outstanding proof I've ever heard of cheating. Can you explain what happened?
Basically, I came home from work one day, and I walked in my house, and her and my friend was having sex. And it was like, you know,
Ms. McCraney, did that happen? Mr. Dykes, when people come in here, they talk about having suspicions of cheating and proving it through text and phone and everything. But you have the most outstanding proof I've ever heard of cheating. Can you explain what happened?
well, Your Honor, basically, I came home from work one day, and I walked in my house, and her and my friend was having sex. And it was like, you know,
Ms. McCraney, did that happen?
Yes, Your Honor, it did.
Can
It
you
did.
explain how long had you been married when that happened?
About a year and a half.
Year and a half?
Yeah.
What precipitated that?
Because of his cheating and lack of attention and lack of sex and everything else.
Now,
I wanted
did
to get
you
caught.
were
Yes, I wanted to get caught.
you wanted to get caught? Because my understanding is that you were in bed with that guy at the very time that he comes home from work.
Yes, Your Honor, I was.
So you were looking to hurt him by having sex with a friend of his.
Yes.
And
Which is, I know is the wrong way to do it, I know.
yeah, I was going to ask you what were you hoping to accomplish, but you've acknowledged that it didn't make any sense.
No, it was wrong.
What is the best proof you have that he's cheating or that he's doing something wrong?
Coming home smelling like cheap woman's perfume.
Your Honor, that's a lie. That's not.
It's just not happening.
Yeah. I don't understand why would she even say that
Because it's true.
I just go to work and come home. That's the only thing I do.
No, that's a lie.
Well, do you admit to Facebooking different men and telling them that you want to have sex with them?
No, that is a lie.
No,
Straight
now
up lie.
Your Honor,
That's what he do.
I have caught that on social media several times.
Well, what is she saying?
Like one time, I caught her a situation where she basically was on the phone with a guy, ran in the bathroom, and the guy I picked up the phone. I took the phone out of her hand, and he said to me, "Well, you need to ask your wife, who
How
am I?"
could you even make up something like that? That is a total lie.
We could go
Totally.
back and forth and back and forth and back and forth this, but I think I got the idea of it. You say he's disrespectful of you and he embarrasses you in front of your family. Tell me What's happening there?
Yes, Your Honor. There was a family reunion on my side of the family. Now, mind you, I have a big family. My parents was there as well. So it was they rented out a recreational center type environment. So anyways, Gary decides in front of everybody, my parents included, 75 plus people was there. He decides to stand up like he's making a public announcement and say, excuse me. So of course, everybody's eyes gonna go on the person. He's gonna call me all kinds of B words and hoes and sluts and how I sleep around and stuff like that. So my cousin, she wanted to jump up and fight him, but I told her, you know what, it's not even worth it. It's not worth going to jail. And so we end up leaving, taking a ride, and going to have some drinks.
Okay. Mr. Dykes, do you recall that incident?
No, ma'am, because for one,
Really,
Your
Gary?
Honor, basically, I would never disrespect her parents.
Did
that's a lie.
anything
Oh my God.
somewhat like that happen?
No.
Did you get drunk and have an argument and call her names in front of her family?
I would never disrespect her in front of her family, period, because she's my wife at the end of the day.
So nothing that could even be interpreted like that ever happened?
Not
That's a lie.
as far as me calling out her name. No.
No,
never.
but as far as what? You said as far as her calling out a name, have you said negative things about her to her family?
No, ma'am.
That's a lie, Your Honor.
No.
I don't know why he's standing up
Have
and
you
lying.
disparaged her to anybody in front of her?
No.
He went around the whole town degrading my name, Your Honor. The whole town degrading my name.
Was this before or after you slept with his friend?
It was after. But he had no business doing that, though.
I got it. I got you. You say his money never makes it home.
There's been times it started in as his paycheck being short. Then next, he just didn't even get paid at all. So if you're not bringing the money home, then you obviously giving it to another woman.
Beyond the cheating, I think you two have two primary complaints about one another. You say his money never makes it home.
Exactly.
And you believe it's either another woman or the strip clubs, and you say she just doesn't act like a wife at all. She doesn't do any wifely things.
Oh, no.
So I'm going to start with her, and then I'm going to go to you. Ms. McCraney, why don't you tell me what money isn't coming in, and where do you think it's going?
There's been times it started in as his paycheck being short. He said they made a mistake on his paycheck or whatnot. Then next, he just didn't even get paid at all. So if you're not bringing the money home, then you obviously giving it to another woman. Because why isn't it coming home?
Do you think he has any other bad habits? Is he a gambler? Is he a drinker? Do you know he's got anything else that would suck up cash like that?
No, ma'am. No, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Dykes, can you respond to that? Where does your money go?
I bring home the money. She pays
No.
the bills. And,
No.
you know, she normally pays our bills through the internet. And I don't even know how to really work a computer, so.
So she does it.
Yeah, she does all the business.
Your Honor, he's not bringing home his paycheck because I had to front the money up for the bills so we wouldn't be in the dark and have water and have a place to stay.
Now, hold up, Mr. Dykes. Did you not bring money home?
Well, honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, Your Honor. When I caught her in the bed with my friend,
That was before.
I
That was
did
before.
stop
That was
paying the
before.
bills. I did. I'm not
That
gonna
was
lie,
before.
but before then,
Before that, it was all. You're saying it was
everything
all
was
cool.
all good.
That
But
was
you
before.
say he stopped long before that.
Before, yes.
Your primary complaint about her, she's just, other than the fact that she's jealous and slept with your friend, she doesn't act like a wife. She doesn't cook. She doesn't
she
clean.
doesn't. Yeah, she
she's
don't
not
do none
supportive.
of that. I mean, yeah, basically, she need to. I think she need to learn how to be a wife and to respect her marriage and her husband, and you know, and.
Does she work outside the home?
Yes, she does.
She has a full-time job?
Yes.
Okay.
Why would I respect him?
Well, let me
No.
ask you this. If she has a full-time job, why is it, do you believe that it's the cooking and the cleaning is her full-time job as well? Or isn't that something you two should share?
I feel there's something we should share, in which I have, you know, did my part in that area.
God, really?
But overall, she just basically won't even do it herself.
Yeah.
So, and it's like, you know,
Kind of
sometimes
getting the feeling you think it's her gig, though. I'm getting that feeling. A wife cooks and cleans. Whether or not she goes out and pays bills, too, she cooks and cleans. Is that accurate?
in a sense, yes.
Yeah. You know, that really upsets us.
Yes.
Oh,
You know what I
Lord.
mean? To take half of your burden off of you by paying bills, you should take half our burden off us in the home. That's how we feel about that. All right? I'm just put that out there for you. At some point, somebody changed this proceeding from divorce to save my marriage, and I'm not quite sure why. I don't know what I could. Usually, I got something to say. Usually, I can find a little bit of here and a little bit there and kind of tease it out and get it together to put this union back together. But I can't even get you guys to agree on what you disagree about. It's like her stories are so, this is what happened, and you say it never happened, so I don't have a basis to determine what did happen. You say he stays out all night frequently, and he says he never does.
He's lying.
And,
He wants to make me look bad and make him look great. No.
There's no, let me say this. I'm gonna give you opportunity to fess up to some things because there's no way you could look worse than what she did. So are you running out at 5 and staying out till 5 o'clock in the morning? Come
Hanging
on,
out with your
man.
womanizing
Come on,
friends?
I'm trying to save your marriage. You gotta cop to it if you did it.
Your Honor, I can just say this. I have done it once or twice. But overall, all the other accusations, it's not true.
Oh my God, that is such a
It's not
total
true.
lie.
Here's what we got. I'm not going to deal with that money because you two are going to go home together. You guys got a lot of work to do. Here's what I'm going to say to the two of you. Everybody's got to own all of their behavior. And if you don't own all of your behavior, you can't address the things that make her crazy. So to the extent that you kept denying you did any of that ever, and now you tell me that you have done some of it, that means you don't acknowledge your errors, which was making her crazy. I think you have an anger issue. I think you're hot-headed, and that sleeping with a friend was out of anger. You're looking to hurt people. You're so insecure. You're so frightened that he's now lying about stuff that he doesn't need to lie about because he just don't want to tangle with you. Do you understand what I'm saying? You need to decide whether or not you two really want to put a period on everything that happened and move forward. Because you can't say, I want my marriage to be saved, but I won't bring home any money after he slept with my friend. You see what I'm saying? Those things, put your hand down. Those things don't equate. You with me on that one?
Yes, ma'am.
You have to change.
He made me this way.
Yeah, but he can't change you back. You do. You have to change. And if you don't want to change, then don't stay married. But you have to make a decision to change. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
going to send you to a psychiatrist. She ain't going to stay with you long enough, but she's going to get you started. And if you still want a divorce later on, well, don't come back, but... But you say that's what you want, but what I'm telling you is you've got to decide to let go, forgive, and change, and you've got to decide to fess up, forgive, and change. That's it, that's all. This matter is adjourned.
I'm gonna be honest about everything because I love my wife and I want to work our marriage out, and I just hope we can work it out at this point.
I think this marriage can be saved with a lot of counseling and both of us working together.